Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Industrial Faith. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Factorial Forex, your 15-minute factorial fix. This is Season 3, Episode 35. And we're up at the base collecting stuff. We're getting ready to... We are putting together the soon-to-be expansion to the... Oh, what do you call it? Oh, you know, the moat, the wall. We're building our civil engineering project, which is very teeny, but compared to any other factorial civil engineering project, it's going to have a ton of impact. It's the opposite of landfill. It's the unfill. It's the water fill. It's good stuff. Again, love the train ride. Doop. So I'm turning stuff around because I'm turning it around because we're done and we need to start filling the train with the, what do you call it, with the items that haven't been used here. So I'm going to add some, all I'm doing is I'm adding 5 construction robots because that's all you need, and some, okay, good, I do say those are the some hideous looking gun replacements. So thankfully, all right, there we go. Now they're kind of spaced better, and which is really nice. Oh, so nice. And then of course I'm putting those things in the middle. These do nothing, I think. I just ran out of wall right there. It's like I got some done. Now I'm driving like a goob, trying not to hit stuff. Do I hit anything? No. What the crap? Got to shoot a rock. That's something, right? Now, the trains actually have a lower vertical. I'm setting up coal right here. Or I'm setting up defenses because I need to set up coal. Anyways, what was I saying? The train, if it's spaced, if it's horizontal, you can load from... you have 4 spaces to load if it's horizontal. If the train is resting vertically, it has 3. We don't care, however, because we're going to be just unloading, and we're only going to be unloading from one spot, so to us, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I have no idea why I built it this way. This was just, originally it was like, what? And all I'm going to do is 4 mines, put it into an active provider, and that's all the fuel the terraformer is going to need. It's going to work like a charm. Not charmed, a charm. I think I watched that show twice, and it was every time it was entirely by accident. It was not a planned event. Actually, to be honest, the very first time I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer was an accident. Not the movie, the television show, and I was hooked. For some reason, cable in Arizona, everybody gets WGN. I have no idea why, but we get WGN no matter what. Basic cable here, you get WGN. I don't know if they're paying money. I'm making water for the barrels there. So, anyways, I realized it's totally off topic, but so I watched the first, I watched it first on WGN, and I was just flabbergasted at how good it was. And yeah, I don't know why it did that. That was very weird. And then I watched it on the Phoenix channel, and it was the same episode, of course, because it was a Tuesday, which meant it was the new one. I was blown away and hooked from then on. That was season 2. Was it Welcome to the Hellmouth? Anyways, it was the episode where one of them ended up in an alternate universe or something. Maybe it was Willow, and the vampires owned Sunnydale, and the Scoobies were, you know, running around fighting and stuff. It was stupid fantastic. Anyways, that was a really good show. I watched about 3 episodes of the last season, though, because it was atrocious. I don't know what Marty Noxon was thinking when she was doing that stuff, but it was terrible. So, never watched it. Saw that 3 episodes and went, I'm going to go get a night job. No, really, that's what I did, as I went and got a night job. Let's see. So, okay, I'm now heading up to the new station, and I'm going to set up my offloading, and we should be ready to go here any minute. Actually start doing all the important terraforming stuff, which has nothing to do with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, alas. And we're going to be here. One series that I wished had panned out was another. It was Joss Whedon and Mark Minetta. I think he was the other producer. Mark Minetta, I think. Anyways, it was about basically an FBI unit that went after serial killers, and the guy who was in charge of the unit was either a serial killer himself, or had been a serial killer, or something. And Adam Baldwin was in it, and he was so hilarious. He kept wanting to run. What was he doing? He kept wanting to grow a beard and a mustache and infiltrate motorcycle gangs and junk like that. And he was hilarious. So, anyways, one of the things I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull all the resources from here and go from there. So one of the things you can't do is these stations can only be on the right side of the train that's going forward, right side of the cab that's going forward, excuse me. So the thing with this is the train station you see on the bottom of the track that only works, it's only a valid train station if you're coming from the base. The one on the north side of the track is only a valid station if you're coming from the moat up to the top. So there's a radar. Yay, we are secure. So that was really an interesting discovery, and I was curious. I thought it might be the case before I even started, but I said, let's see what happens. So oddly enough, the terraforming doesn't take as many materials as I thought. So this train is just chock full of materials, and it's technically, for probably, I don't know, a good 45 minutes to a half hour, I just have it shuttling back and forth between those two stations, never picking anything up. It doesn't have to go back to base. I have everything I need. Specifically, since I have coal, running like a charm, running like a champ. Although I believe I made a mistake with the water pump here. I don't know if I've discovered it, but I had enough water sitting around. I had enough filled water pumps that it doesn't affect the performance, thankfully. So I am nervous about getting attacked up here, so I've got to be a little careful. But I'm always careful, right? Careful-er. So I think okay, I've already set up the station. Duh. From another saying, we're going to go back to the base. We're going to pick up another station signal so we can... No, I already had one. But yeah, look at that. Oh, I'm so happy with that. And I'll be happy with that's done because the big one is going to be the north one. I need to do more exploring up north to see if it narrows at any point, because if it does, then I can block it off there, and then I can hopefully do something similar to the north side of my island. So we're going to have a north and then sort of a northwest obstacle. I don't know. So what I'm looking at here is I'm trying to figure out how to build these packages. And that's when I realized that the Mo packages actually, they require different things. Like I need plastic bars. And that would have been great. But I never did anything. I didn't figure it out. But so I think the next time I use this in the next playthrough, I'll go ahead and I've got this system running. It rocks. It works well. I'm enjoying it. Next time I will go ahead and try to, look at how fast it's building. Next time I will go ahead and try to, what's the word? Yeah, if you notice, there's 2 chests on there. So that's where I look at it and go, what's going on? First, it wasn't requesting enough chests. And then I think I had the inserters backwards. Pretty sure I had the inserters backwards. Pretty sure I had the inserters backwards, Hillary. Yep. And so I'm just looking at that going, oh, okay. And yeah, that's when I realized, oh, they were both backwards. How do you like that? So bad at this. So it's on his 3rd season, huh? Alright. And it takes a while for all these things to unload. And again, because it's surprisingly efficient, I could probably never go back to base. Probably. Now I'm going to anyways because I do want, once I get rid of this, I want the train to go on a regular schedule. Do I leave these stations? I don't recall. I might. Maybe I could get rid of them. But I have a car, which means I have freedom, which is why Americans love cars. Tree, drink! So. Man-made object, 2 drinks! Didn't destroy it though, so you don't have to chug it. Lucky for you. Alright, there, I'll stop. Put the car away. What's the safest way to get around to the car? Put it in your damn pocket. So here I need to start setting, I'm going to start setting up electric furnaces because I'm starting to think about building hoojimadoozies. I need to start building my smelting lines. I'm starting to think about, what do you call it? I'm starting to think about building the rocket factory. And here I'm trying to squeeze in the steel and the circuits. And it's not working. I can't make it work. So, and you know what's funny is I can actually turn that into the factory. So what I'm doing is I'm using roboports because I'm going to use it to move the stone. Because I don't want to run a line over there for the stone specifically. So I'm going to run steel and circuits, and then I'm going to have robots deliver the stone. It is kind of exciting. It's my first real use of a logistics system. And this is I think I make another 75 or 80 logistics robots to carry stuff. Don't need construction robots, just logistic robots. And so I do move this because it's not a whole lot. And I go, all right, let's do this the right way. We're not going to squeeze it in. Don't be dumb. And so there we are. And now we can still build this stuff. It's all very exciting. And the nice thing in the way it's built is I can put a requester chest right next to where it's right next to the supplies for those. Now this thing isn't going to build as fast as I want, and it's going to be slow with loading the steel because it needs a lot of bloody steel. So, but again, I'm not really using the steel for anything else, so to me it's not a big deal. And I'll use the yellow assembler to make it just a wee bit faster. So there's a requester chest for 100 bricks. I believe I upped that to 200. I mean, it's not going to burn through it fast. It's just I want to have 200 bricks in there. So there they go. And steel, of course, is slow. And the only way I could make it faster is to wrap it around and use another inserter. But realistically, it's going to build them fast enough. And most of the issues I'm going to have with building the smelters is blue inserters. And in fact, at some point here, I'm going to realize that the only blue inserter machine that I have made, I turned off because it was in the science. And I have no blue inserters. I have no way to get any. So I'm going to end up turning the science, or not the science, just the inserter assembly on. So the yellow and the blue inserter assembly, I'll turn those on. And when time comes, if I have to do science again, it's just an easy power pole done. My car. Yay, it's a straight shot. Mostly. Whoo! Ooh, wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, and I was lost. I was like, where the hell am I going? No trees! Yeah! Go me! I'm a responsible driver. Not really. Not in this car. But it's I'm looking at it, I'm like, I've got to I have to expand this. Yeah, I don't know what that noise was. I've got to expand this. So I'm going to start building more roboports and doing stuff like that. So, and we're going to see if this thing is finally done or not. And I'm going to go there. I'm going to go, we still got stuff. I believe I pull all of it out. Maybe not the concrete. Well, maybe the concrete. I think the station needs power. I don't know. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are wrapping this up. Thank you for joining me for the latest episode of Factorial Forex, your 15-minute Factorial Fix. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode, so have a good night, and bye-bye.